Hello everybody on the internet watching, and welcome to tonight's Totally Normal Football League matchup. We have the Kingston Gators on the road against the Jackson Hole Janitors in this over here division versus over there division matchup. Now the Jackson Hole Janitors can pull ahead in their division with a win tonight after the Stoats defeated the Shitbirds on Wednesday in quite a bit of an upset victory after the Shitbirds suffered a couple of injuries, most notably their starting quarterback Jeff Forshot suffered an almost season-ending knee injury, but he should be back just in time for the end of the season, lucky them. But that leaves the Janitors as possibly the most favored team left in pretty much the whole league. Their defense in particular is nothing short of insane. Defensive end Alan Combo leads the lead in sacks by quite a lot. In fact, that whole D-line, dubbed the cleanup crew of Alan Combo, Len Players, Michael Tyre, and Marshall Rockenstone, is considered the best D-line in the whole league. And on top of that, quite possibly the best cornerback tandem in the league in Bobby Williamson and Geronte Dunnett, who have insane amount of deflections, and Geronte Dunnett in particular with, I believe, 2 interceptions, if my notes here are correct. So the pass rush and then the secondary for the Janitors is quite good. So, and this is against a struggling Kingston Gators team who is in a bit of a rough spot. It seems that after every single game, the general manager of the Kingston Gators seems to completely upend their team and shuffle around every single position, trying to min-max the team. In fact, I believe they have their 3rd starting quarterback of the season, including the preseason. They had Nathan Pope throwing Hail Marys, funnily enough, in the preseason, and then we saw Del Guler in the first week action, and after that kind of went pretty badly. Now it's Graham Howard is the next number up for that starting QB role, so we'll see how he handles this all-new offense for the Gators. You've got Martin Fennick moved from cornerback to wide receiver now, and he's going to be wide receiver 1 next to Larry Balding. And Tyler McFridge, again, former cornerback, and a very good one at that, has been moved to a running back position, with Aiden Spears as running back number 2. Aston Sullivan, who was initially who the team was built around, this sort of the star running back role. The Gators were intended to be a heavy running team. That sort of was entirely dead on arrival, so the Gators have been sort of scrambling, be like, oh crap, who do we build this team around next? Replacing the all-new cornerback core is former running back J.K. Jokesters taking a stab at the position, and former backup QB Rido Pearson is now a cornerback. So as far as we're concerned, it's an all-new team. We've still got some great players on the defense. Matthew Hart Bishop is a great defensive tackle, and Jay McDiggle and Drew Badford make an excellent tandem as defensive ends. So the Gators are definitely not without their bites. And of course, Ruben Staples has been excellent at cornerback, and Randall Cloud. Another important thing is you might not have heard me said Omar Jeltz's name, who became a bit of a celebrity for the Gators in the preseason. Omar Jeltz is now a strong safety. So this really is just a completely and utterly different team than the one we saw in the preseason. So without further ado, let's get right into the action. Let's get it on here as the game's loading. So this is a home game for the Janitors. The heavy favorites in this game to win this. What with them being a pretty solid team. Again, their defense is the story with the cleanup crew D-line. And with all the ways the Gators have been struggling, everyone is sort of... This game has what fans would call trap game written all over it. Alex Fops, the starting quarterback for the Janitors, had a hell of a game the first week, throwing over 100 passer rating. I believe he was in the 120s, not throwing a single interception. And it seems that he's finally hitting that stride that everyone thought he would be. And he's quickly becoming the best quarterback in the league, with Jeff Forshot, the next person trying to vie for that throne as best QB, now potentially out for the regular season. Looks like the Gators will receive the ball first. And of course, it's hard to talk about the Gators because they're pretty much a brand entirely new team. With Graham Howard now at the helm. We'll see if he can lead the Gators to some points against this mighty, mighty Janitors defense as we kick off this game. There we go, tackle down. David Fizzlebeef, the punt returner. Cody Sessler with the tackle, and we're starting this game from the 21-yard line.
Cowboy! Stay home! Stay home! Set. Deuce! Deuce! Delta! Delta! Which one?
There you go, Graham. Lots of time in the pocket. It's over the middle, and it's complete to Tyler McFridge.
7-yard gain on the play.
That's interesting. Immediately a running back with a reception over the middle. This has been sort of a theme this week. Last Wednesday for the doubleheader, we saw so many running backs take on like a wide receiver role. It was quite strange. So it seems that there's a bug overtaking all the offensive coordinators as we see a handoff to Tyler McFridge, and it goes way to the outside, and he's got a breakaway! Oh my god, a huge run! Finally taken down by the safety, Zach Racer. Holy cow, a 37-yard run to start off this game. That is the explosive running plays that the Gators were hoping for in Aston Sullivan. And my oh my, were the Janitors not ready for it. New tight end Mickey Ramjam in motion. It's another Tyler McFridge handoff as he goes right off the right side. Holy moly, that was almost for a first down. 8-yard run, 2nd and 2. And the Gators have immediately sent a statement. Mickey Ramjam again on the move. Graham Howard stepping back, and it's over the middle to Ben Tanner, a new wide receiver. Holy crap. What you saw there was Kyle Simpleton, starting middle linebacker for the Jackson Hole Janitors, who's 5'0". He is hilarious next to the absolute beast that is Maurice Bateman as outside linebacker, number 53 there on the screen. He's just absolutely insane. Another Tyler McFridge handoff, this time spotted. It's a flag on the play as Erwin Mongo is hit with a holding penalty, and that run is going right backwards. Yeah, speaking of penalties, on top of the injuries that the Shitbirds sustained, another big reason the Stoats had their big upset win against them is the penalties. The Shitbirds were hit with so many penalties that it's quickly become a big factor in who wins or loses these games. So if the Gators want to find a win here, they're going to have to avoid those penalties as Graham Howard throws a deep ball to the left side, but it's tapped away by Williamson.
Number 17, the intended receiver on the play.
You're going to be seeing that a lot now. It seems that the Janitors have been weak to the runner early on, but one thing they will definitely not be weak with is the amazing coverage work by the cornerbacks, Bobby Williamson and Geronte Dunnett. Graham Howard is going to try and reach for those deep bombs, but he's going to have to find a way to make sure those balls don't get swatted away by the best cornerback league, and immediately on the flat, but no support.
Makes the tackle. Loss of 6 on the play.
Makes Tyler McFridge makes the team buried. Big tackle for loss on top of that holding penalty, and it's 3rd and 24, which has to be one of the most cursed numbers I think we've seen in the league so far. Graham Howard's looking long, throws it deep to the left side, and it's swatted away once again by Bobby Williamson, and it's a 4th down.
Receiver on the play.
So after 2 explosive runs, the drive comes to a halt after a penalty and a huge TFL, and Andre Fourscore is out for the 46-yard field goal attempt to put some points on the board for Kingston. And it's good! And the Gators go up 3 points to start off the game. Well, if that ain't a statement that the Gators just made there saying that, hey, we have a running offense now, you better respect it, I don't know what other message you can send. The first play of the game going for a 37-yard run that if Zach Racer wasn't as fast as he was, probably would have been ran for a touchdown as the Janitors begin their first possession of the game. Kaylee Mirando.
Kickoff return 23 yards. Number 49 on the return.
Kaylee Mirando gets a little bit before being tackled by Ruben Staples.
Strong right, strong right.
Now we'll see if Alex Flops can put on such a dominant performance that he put on in week 1. As Bruce Bogdan, star wide receiver for the Janitors, gets set in motion. And it's a handoff to George Trucker, who goes a couple of yards there. 5.
3-yard gain on the play.
Well, apparently it's only 3 yards. A good stop there by the Gators defense. 2nd and 7.
Okay. Bring that noise, Steve. Bring that noise.
Let's Flop steps back. And it's a great reception from George Brinks.
With the reception, gain of 8.
And Flops only had milliseconds to throw that ball as you saw Jay McDiggle got around the O-line and was ready on that flank. Like right on Alex Flops' broadside. If that was thrown any later, that could have been disastrous. But a great first down pass as the Janitors now make it the first row. Lots of Janitors in the backfield, but another completion
Makes the catch.
to George Brinks again. And Alex Flops 2 for 2 already, 2nd in inches.
Watch and draw.
And we see this hungry defense from the Gators. They're just not getting in and pressuring Flops fast enough. And Flops steps back over the middle. And I believe that is still good for a first down as Ken Chokunu gets the tackle. Yeah, you saw that right. Number 52, Doug Gongshow, originally wide receiver number 2 for the Gators, has now moved to middle linebacker. There is nothing the same about this Gators team. Alex Flops gets a tackle, but I don't know how Tomorrow K came up with that ball, but he did.
On the play.
Tomorrow K, number 89 for the Jackson Hole Janitors. It seems that everybody in the league has a 99 overall tight end, and Tomorrow K is definitely one of them. But he's been a very core part of this defense. And over the middle to number 83, that's Perry Bulkison.
On the play.
Backup tight end to Tomorrow K. And then the Janitors are carving up this Gators defense with their passing plays. Oh, it's a play-action pass over to the left side. Nobody blocking Kaylee Mirando as he gets a few extra yards. And that's another first down with very much in the red zone here for the Gators. Kaylee Mirando on the flat. And there's no one there covering him. Randall Cloud getting the tackle. And the Janitors' passing game pretty much running uncontested.
Get ready. Get ready.
There you go, the Janitors over the middle to nowhere.
Number 16, the intended receiver on the play.
Bruce Bogdan apparently the intended receiver, but I didn't see him anywhere near where that ball landed. That was like high and down. It almost looked like he was throwing it away, but it didn't look like he was really under pressure. 2nd and 10 for the Janitors.
Bust him up, Steve. Bust him up. Okay, here we go.
Bob stacking back over the middle, complete to Tomorrow K. Gets taken down by Denny Buglass,
Gain on the play.
who's about one of the few players who kept his position after the shakeup after week 1. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter with Jackson Hole still on their first drive of the game after the Gators got 3 downs and then kicked a field goal essentially. So now we swap to the other side of the field. The Janitors, 3rd and 5, smelling the end zone. And it's a play action. It's over the middle, and it's another completion with Ash Stunkler. Sorry, that's Albert Presale. And yeah, I don't know what's going wrong with the linebacker core of the Gators, but they are asleep at the wheel in terms of these passes over the middle.
Check two. Come on, let's go.
And it's a handoff to George Trucker, but immediately tackled down by Jay McDiggle.
1-yard gain on the play.
Now, if I were the Janitors, I'd go wide and continue to exploit the terrible pass coverage, but no, they're handing it off to George Trucker again, and Trucker with 0 protection there as Doug Gongshow is all over him. Looks like Gongshow and Bradford were all over him. And the Janitors are now eating up downs. 3rd and goal. This has been a bit of a problem for the Janitors in the preseason. Play action. Lots of time, and no, he's sacked by Jay McDiggle. And a very interesting choice of offense from the Janitors in the red zone. I was about to say earlier, this was a huge problem they had in the preseason, where they would get to the red zone pretty effectively, and then they would always have to settle for field goals for one reason or another. In this case, it was the George Trucker handoffs that were well spotted by the Gators defense, and then I don't know what was going on in that last pass play. But the Jay McDiggle sack leads to the Janitors to settle for a field goal, and we're tied with just under 6 minutes left in the half. Pretty thunderous kick in the end zone. And that's not getting very far.
For a loss. Number 15 on the return.
He's going to start at the 15-yard line, so should have went for the touchback. David Fizzlebeef not getting very far. But great work by the Janitors special teams unit.
Switch up.
Graham Howard gets Mickey Ramjam on the move. And it's a handoff to Tyler McFridge. He's got a bit of cover, but it's a small gain. Jason DeFlanger. Getting the tackle. 3-yard gain. It's 2nd down. Graham Howard in the shotgun, looking for an open man. Lots of time. And it's an out-of-bounds catch with Larry Balding. Not in the right place. That burns through a down. It's 3rd and 7 now for the Gators. Graham once again in the shotgun, and it's not going to be great as he passes through the flat. Aiden Spears, a free agent signing. And it's going to be a punt from the Gators with Ziggy side smash. Out to punt. Now this punt doesn't look like it goes very far.
33-yard punt. Fair catch made at the 48-yard line.
As you heard there, the Jackson Hole Janitors going to have fantastic field position for this next drive.
Set. Mad dog over. Bring it.
As Fopp steps back. Oh, someone gets through. It's a quick over the middle pass to Tamaro K.
Gain of 2 on the play.
And Alex Fops is just barely getting these passes off in time.
Buck fire.
I formation for the Janitors. And it's a false start flag.
False start on the offense. Number 73, still second down.
Number 73, so Pedro Silverstein, offensive tackle, getting the false start penalty. And it's now 2nd and 13.
Stay low. Watch your right. Stay the two. Get up, dude. Get up.
Alex Fogg, 2 of the dome linesmen for the Janitors just completely pancaked themselves, but again, Alex Fops can just get those snap throws off. George Brinks, once again, great reception, but it's a 3rd and 4th for the Janitors. And a key stop here for the Gators is any closer, and they're in field goal range. Alex Fops, lots of time over the middle, and it's a first down with Albert Presale receiving.
Makes the reception. Gain of 8 on the play.
A fresh set of downs, and in scoring territory now are the Janitors.
Mike cover. Mike cover.
There we go. Lots of Gators around, and it's a sack. As Ken Chukunu on the blitz gets his first sack of the season, and Alex Fops goes down. I think really the Gators are doing it all or nothing on this blitzing for the most part. Their pass coverage in the secondary has been abysmal so far in this game. Play action to Trucker. The pocket's collapsing and it's a loose ball, but no. Apparently it's ruled an incomplete, as Matthew Hart Bishop is credited with almost a sack there. So the Janitors O-line have their hands full as it's now 3rd and 14. And it's a quick pass to number 16, and it's a tackle for loss. And a terrible set of plays there from the Jackson Hole Janitors. Leads us to the 2-minute warning. Now that TFL is really going to ask a lot from Oscar Dudman. Yeah, Marcus Gravy is set to punt now. They're just too far out of range. So the Gators will more than likely opt for a touchback and start this draw wide to the left. Yeah, rolls in the back for a touchback, and we're going to start this at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun! Shotgun!
It's tied up here. 2 minutes left in the first half of the game. 3-3 for both teams as the Gators start this drive.
Come on, let's go!
Graham Howard in the shotgun. Takes a snap. And it's broken up again by Bobby Williamson.
The intended receiver on the play.
And we'd expect nothing less from one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Bobby Williamson has been doing the majority of the pass coverage on the left side. And I don't think he's allowed a single receiver on the left side to catch a ball. He's been having a great day today for the Janitors defense. Almost a high snap. Graham Howard, lots of time. It's over the middle and it's complete to Martin Fennick, who's new in his role as wide receiver. That's his first reception of the game. I bet he's happy about that as the Gators have a minute 40 left in this drive. Howard steps back in the pocket, scrambles a bit, and it's intercepted by linebacker Kyle Simpleton. The shortest man in the universe gets it done. That tiny hop going right into his hands. And that ball's going the other way, deep in Gator territory. Or not quite deep.
X-ray! X-ray!
40 yards to go for a touchdown. Great turn of events. And Alex Fops is in the shotgun. Play action to Greg Trucker. It's a left side and nobody's there to stop George Brinks with a huge reception. 23 yards to go till the end zone. And again, Alex Fops split back shotgun position, and it's a deep pass, and it's complete! And it's just short! Bruce Bogdan. Huge pass. And oh, an almost freak snap! Pump fake over the left side. That was to nobody. But Blub with an offsides.
Home defense. Number 95, still first down.
The billboard hit with a penalty. And that'll give the Janitors a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and goal, so they got lots of tries. They're just going to hand it to Greg Trucker, and he's going to easily come in there for the 6 points. Against that O-line just pushing the Gators back, and there's zero resistance for Trucker. Greg Trucker's been kind of a new running back for the Janitors. In the preseason, for the most part, they had... who did they have? I think they had Tyler Clark as their main running back threat. But since they put Greg Trucker in that running back #1 role, he's been doing fantastic. We haven't seen too much running from the Janitors, apart from the odd choice of plays in the red zone in their last drive. But that's mostly just because the Janitors are doing absolutely fine, and the Gators are doing nothing against this the air offense that Alex Fops and his wide receiver core are utilizing. 1:07 seconds left in the first half. And the Gators receive the ball. Opt for a touchback. So we'll see if the Gators can do a 1-minute blitz to put some kind of points on the board before the half. I don't think we've seen a sack yet from the cleanup crew, but that might change if the Gators get desperate enough and their own line can't shake it. Graham Howard steps back, and what did I just say? Number 92, Len Players with his first sack of the season. That's going to push the Gators all the way to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 16. And Graham Howard's pushed into a terrible situation because now they can't rely on their running offense. Never mind, they're relying on their running offense. They get a couple of yards.
By the defense. Number 87 with the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Andy Woe with the handoff. And it's 3rd and 13. And Graham Howard is going to have to find some way to get through this rock-solid Janitors secondary. Now it's a handoff, shakes off, but again, Andy Woe utterly stopped.
On the run, 1-yard gain on the play.
The Gators, interestingly enough, call a timeout, even though they're going to punt the ball away. You'd think they'd want to eat up as much time as possible. And again, the Janitors starting this drive with excellent field position. The Gators have been on a roll defensively. They limited the Janitors to the 40-yard line. We'll see if they can do something similar. Alex Fops, lots of time, and what diving! Oh my lord! Rory Fisher trying to go for a paycheck. Superman dives in. It looked like he was trying to make an MLB catch in the outfield. Or a shortstop trying to catch a worm burner. That was wholly unnecessary, but really cool. 2nd and 10 for the Janitors. Alex Fops. It's over the middle, and it's broken up again by Rory Fisher. Or that's not Rory Fisher, that is Reno Pearson, sorry. Rory Fisher is the cornerback for the Janitors. Reno Pearson new to the cornerback role. Gators on man coverage, so that's going to go into the mines, and it's tipped away. Ruben Staples, one of the few people who kept his position. Deflecting away, and it's a great 3-and-out from the Gators. I didn't know they had it in them. Marcus Gravy set to punt it away with 21 seconds left in the half.
4-yard punt, returned for a gain of 3 yards.
You heard there, that was a 3-yard gain for Fizzle Beef.
Offset strong. Wide, wide.
So can the Gators do anything in 14 seconds? Let's find out together, shall we?
Tiger out. Reach up.
Mickey Ram Jam on the move. Look, this smells like a run block, and that's immediately sniffed out by Len Players.
On the play.
When you talk about the D-line cleanup crew, Len Players is probably the fourth person you list behind Rock and Stone and Tyre, and of course Alan Combo, who leads the entire league in sacks. But he's showing everyone today why he belongs on that cleanup crew. He's been doing incredible. He's had that sack earlier, and with that tackle for loss, that's going to look great on his resume. And the Gators kick off the second half of the game. The Janitors up by a touchdown score.
Kickoff returned 19 yards. Number 49 on the return.
Randall Cloud, the free safety, also another one of the few Gators to have kept their position. His numbers have been quite good, up there with some of the best safeties in the league in terms of tackles and deflections. Although he's been moved from strong safety to free safety. Over the left side is Kaylee Mirando, no one to stop him, and a great reception there for a first down.
Gain of 12 on the play.
The Janitors lead the turnover battle right now.
Watch it draw. Set. Running weak. Delta.
Earlier, middle linebacker Carl Singleton came up with an interception. And that run going for a yard. As Doug Gongshow has a shoulder injury. The former wide receiver turned middle linebacker. Gonna have to sit out. We'll have to watch for him if he returns in the game.
Set.
Bert Haybarn in to replace him. Alex Fopp steps back. It's over the middle. Oh, Tyler. Oh, jeez. Tyler Clark gets absolutely speared by Ken Chukanu. Alex Fops over the middle. Another first down reception thrown to Matthew Evanson. And on the slant, and the great block there. That was zero interference on that catch. And Jackson Hole is now into enemy territory. And it's a handoff to Greg Trucker, who gets quite a good amount of yardage.
Gain of 8 on the play.
That's going to be 2nd and 2 as the Janitors continue carving up this Gators defense.
Base. Let's get him. Come on. Get him down. In and out. Come on.
Fops play action, throws it on the slant, and it's almost intercepted by Chukonu.
10, the intended receiver on the play.
That had pick 6 written all over it if Chukonu could have gotten his hands on it. And it's 3rd down now for the Jackson Hole Janitors. Only 4 and 7 for 3rd down conversions, but this is easily makeable with a reception. I'm thinking to the right side. Oh my god, I'm getting good at calling these as Bruce Bogdan brings the first down in.
1-yard gain on the play.
Man, Ruben Staples looked like a chump there, getting pancaked down by the wide receiver to get that open.
Check 2.
The successful third down conversions. Greg Trucker handoff, but
Clark, the ball carrier.
Dan Danson
On the play.
has it sniffed out.
Robber! Robber! Scheme it! Scheme it! Cowboy out! Set! Hut! Hut! Get at him, dude!
Bob's looking at it. It's an interception. It's Doug Gong Show. Oh, that's not Doug Gong Show. Yeah, that is Doug Gong Show. He's back after a shoulder injury already, so it looked like it was a minor injury. A big takeaway, and it's a first down reception by Martin Fennick.
The reception, 11-yard gain.
And the Gators have a bit of a momentum swing. Trying to get out of their own territory. So Gong Show, playing injured, gets an interception. With Mickey Ramjam on the move, it's a handoff to McFridge again,
On the carry.
but instantly put down by Marshall Rockenstone.
Wide, wide! Deuce! Deuce!
Second and 10.
Set!
Very fast snap. Howard over the middle, complete to Larry Balding, and that's going to put a few yards off.
Gain on the play.
With only 2 minutes left in this quarter, the Gators are going to have to touch down here to keep this a close game. Howard, with all the time in the world, and I do not know how Ben Tanner came up with that ball. It looked like there were 3 janitors around him, and it went right into his hands. Immediately tackled down, but nice yardage there. Graham Howard has been pretty good as quarterback here for the Gators, considering how bad Del Guler played in week 1.
Bring that noise!
They'll just have to shy away from... Oh, and Tyler McFridge
Number 20
gets a good run in.
Gain of 4 on the play.
And Tyler McFridge with an absolutely insane 8.1 yards per carry average, which for the Totally Normal Football League is nuts. I believe the next best is like 4.9 from Kelly Ollie Jawova for the Knitters. As Howard steps way back, what is he doing? He's scrambling and makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Greg Snyder tackling him down. Holy crap! Howard's got legs. He was out of there. He saw the hole and he went for it. Didn't get a gain. Again, well spotted by Greg Snyder, and it's 3rd and 4. A key drive here for the Gators. Still lots of game left with the last quarter still to play, but definitely an era of desperation as it's a false start,
False start on the
and that is
offense.
not what the Gators need right now.
Still 3rd down.
I look like Milo's, I didn't hear the number because I talked over it. If he said 70, that's Milo Zapp.
Set! Watch it! Watch it!
And Graham Howard in the shotgun looking for someone open, under pressure, and it's batted away.
Number 17, the intended receiver on the play.
And Ziggy side smash out to punt as this Jackson Hole Janitor crowd cheers loudly at the great defensive stop. And again, those penalties are becoming a huge story. Fair catch called by Kaylee Mirando. No, okay. For a moment there, it looked like J.K. Jokester was going to reach the ball in time and put them at the 2-yard line, but maybe he was far away from our camera angle. I really wish you had like a free cam, or if we had... I don't know, I just wish we were zoomed out like an actual TV broadcast. Like, I cannot tell who's on the bottom.
Bump, bump!
Makes it very hard to cast as Bruce Bogdan moves up, loads up the left side, and it's a handoff to Trucker that doesn't go much of anywhere as Matthew Hart Bishop gets the tackle. And we begin the 4th quarter. The Jackson Hole Janitors up by a touchdown. Janitors hoping to go 2-0 and capitalize off of the Stoats having their upset victory on the Shitbirds to take the lead in the over there division. Great work on the blocking there with the right tackle. And Jay McDiggle with an awful missed tackle. Ugh.
Come on now, let's do this.
At the Janitors 30.
Here we come. Wide, set, wide.
And it's another false start.
Let's start on the offense. Number 71, still first down.
Ivan Mold, the center, at blame. And that moves them back to a 1st and 15. Fops in pocket collapsing. A huge completion to Brinks.
Makes the reception. Gain of 12 on the play.
And George Brinks has been the #1 go-to guy on the Janitors offense so far. He's had more first down catches than anyone else on the team so far. And he's really being trusted upon for that wide receiver #1 role. And the Gators are just not... Oh, tipped away! The Gators are just not defending him properly as Denny Bugles gets the deflection.
Let's get him. Come on.
And it's 3rd and a little bit for the Janitors, who are over 50% for 3rd down conversions. And this one is definitely makeable, and they're going to huck it to Greg Trucker, who gets it over the line for a 1st down.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Another Greg Trucker handoff, shakes off the tackle.
Clark on the carry. 5-yard gain on the play.
And Doug Gongshow couldn't do anything about him. 2nd and 4 for the Janitors.
Raise a 2, raise a 2. Set, base, come on.
Pre-sale on the move. Gators showing zone coverage. I don't think anyone followed him. Play action, Fops over the middle, and it's complete again to George Brinks.
Makes the catch. Gain of 14 on the play.
And there you go. George Brinks. Huge. That was what? It said 7 receptions there? He's had a hell of a game. Him and Alex Fops have been dialed in. Greg, no, that's not Greg Trucker, but it's, yeah, that is Greg Trucker.
Loss of 4 on the play.
And the Gators have 51 running yards, and pretty much the bulk of that was from the first 2 plays of the game. And whatever magic the Gators thought they were bringing with the running offense is in trouble. How the hell did Kaylee Mirando come up with that? Holy smoly.
Watch his hands, ref. Watch his hands.
66% 3rd down completion rate at risk here with this 3rd and 11. I hear George Briggs' name being called. We'll see if Alex Pops can find him. Tipped away.
Ball's incomplete. Number 13, the intended receiver on the play.
It looked like Bert Haybarn. Tipping it away. And the Janitors will punt it. Less than 4 minutes to go in the game. And the Gators are in a critical moment as they need to score a touchdown on this drive to stay in the game. And it looks like it's gonna... What is going on with this ball? Okay. It looked like it bounced backwards away from the end zone. And it pretty much rolls to the 20-yard line. Wow. Okay. Neat. Oblongs are a hell of a shape, aren't they? Graham Howard in the pistol. Tight end Vicky Ramjam on the move. Middle linebacker switching to coverage, and Tyler McFridge gets a nice handful of yards up the middle. Holy cow, when Tyler McFridge gets that run up, it looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Holy cow. Where has that been all game since the first run of the game? If the offensive line can make a hold, Tyler McFridge will go through it like a squirrel trying to get out of an attic. Over the middle, complete first down catch from from Larry Balding. The Gators are putting together a drive here. It's a handoff to number 87 through a wide open hole, but Andy Woe does not have that much speed, unfortunately. And anyone else could have probably gotten a first down off that run. It's very weird that Andy Woe is being chosen as second running back. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but... Stepping back, Graham Howard immediately over the center, and that was almost devastating. Bobby Williamson almost came up with that interception, and if he did, the Gators' morale would have been shattered. And it's a third down. Gators 1 for 5 on third down conversions. We'll see if they can't keep this drive alive. A stop here from the Janitors. Put a seal on this. Graham Howard looking, throws it. It's an interception! Linebacker Greg Snyder coming up with it. Tackled down by Ivan Mold. Not Ivan Mold. Who was that? Oh, Erwin Mongo, sorry. Number 71. It's a handoff to Greg Trucker.
Clark on the carry. Gain of 4 on the play.
As the Janitors want to burn up as much clock as possible. So we're probably going to see a lot more of Greg Trucker here in these couple of drives. Although another touchdown, I don't know. I'd want another touchdown. Oh, and number 50, Ken Chokanu has been having a great day for the Gators so far. And seemingly the only linebacker who could do anything for the Gators this game. Of course, he had Doug Gongshow with that takeaway. Third down now, 3rd and 6 for the Janitors. Bob's looking for someone open, and it's over the middle, and it's complete to Albert Presale. And the Janitors are very close to putting the nail in the coffin.
Raise a two. Delta, switch one. Get up, D. Get up.
A Greg Snyder interception started this drive in enemy territory, and a handoff to Tyler Clark. Doesn't go anywhere. Now, field goal or not, Jackson Hole scores on this drive. The Gators almost certainly can't come back. And where's Alex Fox going? He handed it off, but no one was there. That was the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen, with Denny Boglis getting a huge sack. Miscommunication from the Janitors. And it's now 3rd and long. Gators, a lot of people up front. It's a handoff to Trucker, and it's a tackle for loss.
On the run, 1 yard loss on the play.
And there's Oscar Dudman. Kicker for the Janitors. And with 1 minute left, Kingston cannot get 2 scores in. Lest some freak occurrence happen. But we'll see. I don't think I've ever seen a field goal get blocked in this game in an AI versus AI match. And of course the Janitors are going to milk this for all it's worth. I said I wouldn't be surprised if the AI waited all the way until a delay of game penalty to kick the field goal, since a loss of 5 yards wouldn't have really hurt anything. Whereas the advantage of running down the timer would have been pretty big. And the Gators need nothing short of a miracle here. They're a touchdown and a field goal away. So we'll see what they can do with 30 seconds.
Returned 11 yards. Number 15 on the return.
It is a video game. Anything can happen.
Watch the draw.
And again, with no Omar Jeltz as wide receiver anymore, we're not going to see any of those wide throws. It's over the middle.
Number 12 with the reception.
74.
Gain of 4.
And I think the Gators are out of timeouts too, so it might as well be game over for them.
Called by the offense.
Okay, there we go. They had 1 timeout left. It'd be really cool if there was some kind of way for me to know how many timeouts were left for each team. But that is just not a thing for modern technology to allow us to know. There you go, Graham Howard. It's a deep pass and it's complete.
12 makes the
Yo,
catch.
58.
15-yard.
Larry Balding's been having a great game. 10 seconds left. Graham Howard's going to spike the ball to stop the clock.
Get it back. Lucy. Okay, here we go. Gotcha.
Mickey Ram Jam on the move. Graham Howard, very quick pass. Another Rory Fisher diving stop.
On the play.
Holy moly. That's going to give the Gators 1 more play.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
Gators 1 for 6 on 3rd down, and this one doesn't look particularly makeable for them. Howard looking, it's a deep pass, and it's complete! Holy cow! Martin Finnick, great job there, but Jackson Hole wins the game, and they go 2-0 on the season.
Please drive home safely.
And Bobby Williamson, for sure, the defensive player, had so many pass deflections. Kyle Simpleton with an interception and 5 tackles. And don't forget, too, that Greg Schneider also had that interception. So a great display there from the Jackson Hole defense. We'll go to the individual stats right now. Alex Fops throwing under 100 with that interception thrown. But still a great game overall, throwing for 209 yards. Let's go to overall. And yeah, Graham Howard throwing a 29-7, throwing 2 interceptions and going 12 for 22. Oh, man. That's what going up against a great secondary is going to do to your passer rating. Yeah, rushing, no surprise. Tyler McFridge made a statement that maybe the Kingston Gators are onto something with this running offense. But again, just something wasn't clicking with it in the mid game. What was his longest? His longest run was 37 yards, and he ran for 55 yards. So he was explosive immediately out of the gate, and then the Janitors, they got the memo after that and guarded him much better. But that might be one of the most explosive runs we've seen. Holy moly. Tyler McFridge is going to have to be somebody we'll keep our eyes on. And Tyler Clark also didn't do too bad. 1.4 average is awful. But you really have to temper your expectations since running in this game does not appear to be good. And Yeah, we're going to look at our best receivers here. George Brinks pretty much got all the attention on the Janitors, and for a great reason. 87 yards, no drops, averaged 12.4 yards. Every time George Brinks got a pass, it was almost certainly for a first down. And Alex Fops and George Brinks is so huge. Tamar okay with 4 receptions, but only for 2.5 yards. Tamar doesn't really seem to be able to get any further than where he catches the ball. And, yeah, Martin Fennick and Larry Balding. Interesting shows. Martin Fennick, only 3 receptions, but for 49 yards, that seems pretty good to me. Yeah, but with 2 drops, though, is kind of inexcusable. Yeah, blocking Kaylee Mirando, fullback, absolutely pancaking people out here. Aaron Abazaba, apparently. Aaron Zaba, credited for that sack, and Milo Zapp also credited for letting a sack through. But Randall Cloud leads the whole game in sacks, or leads the whole game in tackles, sorry. Interesting. In fact, it's all the top defenders here are all Kingston Gators, which makes sense. They were on the field for longer. But yeah, Kyle Simpleton, definitely. Maybe I was incorrect in my quickly naming Bobby Williamson defending player of the game, because Kyle Simpleton's numbers are quite good considering the limited amount of time the Janitors defense was on the field. 5 tackles. One of them was a TFL with an interception. How well did Williamson do? 3 tackles and 3 pass deflections, so it's really what you think is more important. I mean, obviously, the turnover is super important. One name we didn't really say at all this game was Geronte Dunnett. Only with 1 tackle the whole day. The Gators pretty much never threw it to the right side of the field. It was always to the middle and always to the left, so they were trying to exploit some kind of matchup there with Martin Fennick running on that side against Bobby Williamson. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everybody for watching tonight's game of the Totally Normal Football League. The next time you'll be seeing us, it'll be 2024 as we kick off Week 3 action, as the Gators are up and at 'em again, as they host the Shitbirds in another over there division matchup. So hopefully you'll join us for that. That's at 8 o'clock on Monday, next Monday. So I hope to see you then. But until then, I hope you stay safe, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and enjoy the rest of your 2023.